All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Caddo County Basketball Tournament at the Anadarko Fieldhouse. We have tried to tie in unsuccessfully so far KACO FM to our recording and streaming system. We're hopeful that we might be able to do something by Thursday. So in the overall scheme of things, for those who are wanting commentary, I'll be doing it for you for the games remaining for the night. Feature matchup for Cobb Broxton versus Lookeba Sickles. You're watching Prep Nation TV. Thank you for our sponsor, CK Energy. This game is televising live on Prep Nation TV and simulcasting on New Country KOCO 98.5. And just like that, Fort Cobb Broxton jumps out to a 3-0 lead. Back-to-back daggers for the Mustangs, 6-0. So any worries or concerns that the Mustangs might be a little sluggish starting the game, not playing yesterday and then having a couple of off days last week, those have been subsided here immediately. 2 for 2 from three-point land for the Mustangs. Well, I'm not sure exactly what the issue is. Earlier in the girls' game between Apache and Lookeba Sickles, we had a tile fall off the top of the ceiling, landing around midcourt. Not sure exactly why there is the delay here going on, but nonetheless, it seems to be something that the officials have initiated. Not sure if we have a jam on the scoreboard. 7:30 does seem to be a bit generous on the actual time. So it may be that the scoreboard did not operate properly. Truly bizarre. We did have a pause in the first game in the first quarter. And we had a couple yesterday due to some blood being on the floor and on the court. But in this particular case, it looks like that the clock is stuck, perhaps. Not much to report so far is Fort Cobb Broxton 2 for 2 from threes. Mustangs roll into the tournament 12-4. They had been number 2 most of the season, dropping to number 3 in last week's OSSAA sets of rankings. Really all you've missed so far, if you're just now tuning in, is 2 for 2 for Cody Courtney, both over on the left side of the perimeter key, or correction, the right side of the perimeter key. And we have been now in a lull for about 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know the exact time on the clock that it should be, but I think with 2 possessions and multiple shots by both teams, it probably should be more than 7:30. Here we go. And the clock is back rolling again. Jump shot, top of the key. And man, it is lights out for the Mustangs early on. 3 for 3 from three-point land, 9-0 lead. Lookeba Sickles in a world of hurt here early on, and less than 50 seconds gone by in the first quarter. Jump shot mid is no good. Rebound Mustangs. They'll kick it out clear with authority. Pass goes all the way down inside the paint. Shea still is unable to convert. We will have a foul call though.
Panthers. Number 20, Angel Sandoval.
Will shoot two. Correction, Blaine Davis at the line to shoot two. Senior baller. Those of you who follow baseball, you know the myth, the man, and the legend. Multiple state championships. None more shocking than the run rule victory over Calumet. And obviously the passing of the torch victory against the Roth Tigers. Well, it is, in effect, 5 for 5. 3 for 3 on the shots and 2 for 2 on the free throws. This is in the paint, goes up, blocked from behind. Nicely done. Gray Rogers with authority in the paint on the rejection. 6:29 remains here in the first quarter. You're watching Prep Nation TV. If you haven't given us a subscribe, please do so. It is free, no cost or obligation, and it will prioritize content whenever you are inside the YouTube app. You will be more likely to see videos, highlights, plays of the game, scores, and such. We are working on getting some kind of a splice or some type of a mixer for Thursday's game so that Don and Kern can do the simulcast and broadcast portion. However, thus far we haven't been able to get any equipment to work. 4 for 4 for Fort Cobb Broxton. And they have come out smoking hot. I'm reluctant to use the phrase the game is over this early in the first quarter, but for all practical purposes, Fort Cobb just, tearing it up. Wow. 5 for 5 from three-point line. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. It does not get any better than that. You could not strip a better start for Scott Hines' squad. Congratulations to the head coach for the Mustangs with career victory. 700 plus puts him in a unique category with a plus differential now of 501 victories. And I think they hit the marker at the game before last. But absolutely fantastic job year in and year out by Coach Hines' squad. He is now 723 and 222 all time, leading the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs to a number 3 ranking. In my opinion, that may not necessarily be much to be worried about or concerned about. Still plenty of time for them to get back into a number 2 or number 1 position. What we'll have to do is obviously look for end of invitationals. District play will be key. And then at that particular point, and obviously a season within a season. I've said many years that there are 3 components to the basketball season. One is what you do with football and or your baseball team those months before Christmas break. So the perfect shooting continues for the Mustangs. Second part is your invitationals, and then third obviously is playoffs. Whenever you can get in and get hot, this Mustangs team is experienced, exceptionally balanced, and even though they've lost some firepower over the last few years' rosters that were perennial powerhouses, not much of a slippage here early on for Cobb Broxton. Lookeba enters the game pretty much opposite side of the coin on the records. One team 13 and 4, I believe the other team 3 and 14. Correction, 3 and 15, I believe. So Fort Cobb Broxton 19-0 lead early. They are pounding the paint. Another potential 2-point shot opportunity at the free throw line coming up.
Number 20, Angel Sandoval.
Halfway through the first quarter, it's 19-0 for Cobb Broxton.
And Panthers, number 10, Hunter Holmes. And number 23, Nate Morris.
I'd like to thank our game sponsor for today's coverage, Fort Cobb, Ouachita Valley Bank, And for the Lookeba Sickles Panthers Legacy Bank, our corporate sponsor throughout the tournament is CK Energy. They are a proud sponsor of the Caddo tournament. It is 20-0 for Cobb Broxton now. Well, there's not much else you can really add to what I've alluded to. Lookeba is pretty much playing for positioning now tomorrow. They are definitely in the hole. They just need to get a shot, any shot to go. And they've been especially cold from the get-go. About the only positive is they finally got a missed shot on the free throw before Cobb Broxton. Wide open. Off the mark, put back is good. And it is 22-0. Panthers into the tournament. Kind of a flip side. Girls have been lights out good. Boys had a tough season so far. Probably to a certain degree, same could be said for Cobb Broxton girls. And now I think 11-7 on the season. Shot is off the mark, no good. Rebound Panthers. 38 remains here in the first quarter. It has been all Mustangs, 22-0 lead. Very methodical approach, almost sinister as it was. Rebound by Dylan Williams. And here come the Mustangs once again. Roll around. Steal with the two. And man, for Cobb Broxton is just rolling like a freight train here early on. Nathan Morris with the ball, dishes off to Eric Sandoval. Brian Leon with the cross-court pass and back over to Sandoval once again. Deep three, shot is off the mark, no good. Rebound Mustangs. A rare bobble by Fort Cobb. Off the mark. Rebound, no good. Morris clears the board and brings the ball crossing midcourt. Three-point shot off the mark. Fort Cobb just cannot get a shot to fall here early on. Oh, beautiful pass. Nice. If there is such thing as 101% certainty on a shot, that's the style right there. Perfect position and nice finger roll on the put-in. And on the board. So congratulations to Lookeba Sickles. They are now officially on the scoreboard. In the paint, double pass, scored. Wayne Davis just absolutely playing a heck of a game already. Shot almost went in, so nice attempt there for your score. Fort Cobb, Broxton 27, Lookeba Sickles 3. You're watching Prep Nation TV.
Checking in for Broxton, number 10, number 22, Cobb. Number 23, Caleb Gray. Number 12, Nathan Hill. Starting second quarter. The Sickles basketball.
Panthers will have the ball to start the second quarter. Correction on our score, 28-3. Those of you that are tuning in for the games today, we will have two more on tap at approximately 6:30 p.m. It'll be the Carnegie versus Surreal Girls in a matchup for positioning for a potential tie-in game, and another shot good for the Panthers. So winner will be maintaining in the winner's bracket for potential shot for qualifying for the championship game on Saturday. The final game of the evening will be the Binger Oni Bobcats at approximately 7:45 against the Mountain View Godiva Tigers. So games on tap today. Prior game, Lookeba Sickles girls victorious 53-42 over Boone Apache. And then now we are here with a 35 lead for the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs. I'd like to once again thank our coverage sponsor for today's live stream and video highlights, the Ouachita Valley Bank and Legacy Bank. Oh, nice. If you can get more of that, there may be an opportunity here to really make a push. There's a cute little baby there in camera shot. Drives, pulls back, dishes the ball back off, looking to get an isolated read. Does, goes into the paint. Could have been a foul call. And the bucket is good.
Thousand Mustangs, number 10. Game for the Panthers, number 10.
I don't know much about Leighton Hill, but I can tell you the boy likes to eat. That's a big old boy. Pump fake momentarily showing that they might take the three again. Panthers with a double pass, kicks it back out. Jump shot is on its way off the mark, no good. Rebound, second shot. Opportunity for the Panthers, whips it back outside the key. Jump shot off the mark. So 0 for 2 on the three-point opportunities. Stolen, though. And Panthers with a rare third shot opportunity in and out on the jump shot. I like the hustle and I like the aggressiveness. They could have easily just fallen apart, but they have at least hung in there is probably the best way to describe it. To the hoop, can't quite get the finger to roll. Put back is good. Shea Steele with the easy bucket. Jump shot off the mark. Tested rebound underneath. We may have a push-off foul for Lookeba in the back.
The game for the Panthers, number 2, Dylan Williams.
Williams entering the game for Lookeba. Sandoval unable to get the shot to fall. Oh, travel could be called, but they'll just leave it as a non-contact foul. It's absolutely lost position under the bucket. Bam.
Thousand Mustangs. Number 12, Lincoln Hill. At the line shooting 2, Nate Morris.
Morris with an opportunity to get Lookeba some getting points here. Very rare. He leads Lookeba with 5 of their 8 points scored. We have the points on the board. Number 10, Hunter Helmer. He's got 3.
Checking back in for the Panthers, number 1, Brian Leon.
1 for 2 on the free throws, and it'll be FCB ball.
Fouls on the Panthers, number 30, Eric Sandoval.
Range of motion will continue to the hoop.
Shooting
Shooting a pair.
Caleb Gray.
Freshman shooting guard. And nails the first free throw. So for the second time in the game, Fort Cobb Broxton 1 for 2 at the free throw line. A massive onslaught to start the game. 5 for 5 3-pointers. And then originally 3 for 3 on the free throws before the first missed shot period. And it is hard to not be impressed with this squad.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 21, Chris Santana. And number 23, Nate Morris.
So 2 substitutions on the rotation for the Panthers now on the floor. Mustangs with the ball, bringing it back. Tanner McAdoo sets up his own perimeter shot and just off the mark. Looked like momentarily 2 Mustangs kind of fighting for possession of the ball, not realizing that each had the opportunity to block out Lookeba. So Panthers get a rebound, they'll cross midcourt. Dishes inside, shot is contested and good.
Caleb Gray with the bucket.
And to the hoop.
Tanner McAdoo.
McAdoo smooth as silk. 28-point lead now for the Mustangs. 2:51 remains in the second quarter. You're watching Prep Nation TV and coverage of the 2024 Caddo County Basketball Tournament. Nothing but net. Partially blocked on the jump shot by Hill. Rebounded by Shills, and he'll get an opportunity, or correction, Stills. That should have bounced off of number 3's foot.
Panthers, number 20, Angel Sandoval. And for the Mustangs, number 33, Caleb Crow.
So substitution for both Mustangs and Panthers here. Jump shot is off the mark. He'll post back up on the rebound and tosses it in, and good. Nice power move there by the forward or center. Moves like a power forward, but here is the center for the Mustangs. Cross-court pass. Morris wanting again to take the 3, just unable to pull the trigger on it, loses possession of the ball. Gray comes down with it. Correction, Baker comes down with it. This is off the crowd. go on the jump shot. Inside of a minute to go before halftime. Mustangs very content, just kind of slow things down after a torrid start to the game. And the jump shot is money in the bank for Mr. Edge. Nice hustle, rebound, and save by the Panthers. It's going to give them another shot. And, oh, nice. That's probably the shot of the game so far. Mustangs unable to convert. Your score at halftime. For Cobb, Broxton 43. Lookeba, Sickles 17. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage of the 2024 Caddo County Basketball Tournament presented by CK Energy. Organized chaos here now with the cheerleaders tossing hoops. I was wondering what was going on. I feel like I'm being discriminated against based upon my advanced age.
We'll let the total go and we'll check and make it good. Give us
in the paint and also posting up in second and third shot opportunities. A torrid start to the game, 5 for 5 from the three-point line. Multiple free throws made, a couple of easy layups and put-ins. Lookeba Sickles got hot in the second quarter, had 3 or 4 three-point shots, and as a result, making the game a little bit more respectable on the scoreboard. It's a 43-17 lead for the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, who will have the ball to start the third quarter. Just a reminder, our next game up, which will be approximately at 6:30 p.m. Right now, I would say there is no chance whatsoever that that's going to start on time. But that game will feature the Carnegie and Surreal girls. And then the final game of the evening at approximately 7:45 p.m. will be Big versus Mountain View Godiva. So if you're a fan of the acrostics for teams, you've got MVG, you've got LS, you've got FCB. For 2 from the free throw line for Mr. Davis. They do get their own rebound. Jump shot is nothing but net. Maddox Hill with an absolute dagger from three-point land. And his largest lead of the game now for Fort Cobb Broxton at 30, 47-17. A steal, so another turnover. Panthers been unable to get a consistent going. Rogers goes coast to coast on the steal and putback, or put in, I should say, and it is now a 32-point lead. Jump shot off the mark. A outstretched hand trying to get the rebound. So that is going to be Lookeba ball. I believe Bellamy was the hand that pumped it back out. Morris kicks it back in. Sandoval with the jump shot, top of the key, just off the mark. Rebound, it's the best post up they've done yet in the game. Just can't quite keep possession of the ball. So good hands and good defense by Mr. Rogers. Mustangs having good success spreading the ball and actually scoring by committee throughout the game. Virtually everybody getting a touch and getting on the board. Rogers leads all players, for Mustangs I should say, with 12. And then Hill with 10. Morris leading all players on the floor for Lookeba with 14 points. The smoothest move in the paint. It's going to be a turnover, Mustangs.
Blaine Davis.
And to the hoop, score it. Back-to-back buckets for 0 lead, or correction, streak for Lookeba, so that is definitely a positive for them here in the second half. Top of the key, nothing but net. Wow, Rogers, just, almost a pro three-point shot, if not international pro at that. Kicks it out. No good. Elmwood having a hard time getting the shots to fall here early. Wide open again. No good. Rebound, Panthers. He's going to take it to the hoop, aggressively kicks it back out. Morris steps back, puts the shot on, of course, misses it. Rebound, Mustangs. So the team's trading a little nervous energy here turned it
In
over.
the game for the Panthers, number 2, Dylan Williams.
Another top of the key shot. Nobody there to line it up. I used to refer to those as Trey Young. Like to think the 2024 Caddo Tournament main sponsors CK Energy. And the team sponsors for the teams on the floor now, Fort Cobb, Broxton, Washita Valley Bank, and for Lookeba Sickles, Legacy Bank. Dishes off, gets the isolation read. Shot is just no good. In and out it goes. One hands it, puts it in, scores Mustangs. Nicely done by Hill. Really good balance and fingertip roll on the ball. Read the pass perfectly and executes it awesome. Just very impressive performance. Looking forward to seeing the Surreal girls here tonight. So far have been impressed with Mountain View Godiva, both squads. So we'll keep the Sickles girls. Took a tight game with, misses the dunk. It was nip and tuck through 3-4 quarters with Boone Apache and Lookeba. And the Panthers just kind of turned it on the last 5 minutes of the game, getting a double-digit win. Beautiful shot by Morris.
Nate Morris.
Jump shot, top of the key. No good. Rebound, Mustangs. Rogers with another move to the bucket. Puts Fort Cobb Broxton up. I have 23 for Lookeba. I don't think they were given credit for the jump shot. But we'll correct the encoder panel here momentarily. McAdoo dishes the ball off. And Hill with another.
I actually gotta take it away.
1:56 remains here in the third quarter. Back up to a 32-point lead. Correction, 42-point lead. There we go. I was very positive we were correct on that. I'm just not sure if they gave the 2 to Fort Cobb Broxton, but I know they didn't get credit for the nice jumper by Morris. So we'll see if they hold off on giving the 2 right there and then correct it, because that may make it actually 63-23 now. We'll see if they set it to 65. Scoreboard just went blank. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Nate Morris.
So 63-25. Momentarily, they just did it again.
Number 2, number 30,
So a mass substitution package for Fort Cobb Broxton coming in. 1:13 remains in the third quarter. It has been all Mustangs their first game of the tournament, giving them the opportunity to go along with the girls for potential winners bracket games later in the week, and then who knows, perhaps championship game for the Mustangs. Crowell will bring the ball back up the floor. So we'll have a new set of players here. no good. Morris whips it back top of the key. Williams and Morris pretty much the two main ball handlers. Right idea, just bad pass. Leon had the right idea, he really did. I like the aggressiveness trying to stop and post up game. Mustangs just pouring it on here now late in the third quarter. Largest lead of the game, 42 points, back to 41 right now. Morris at the top of the key and just in and out. And that will do it short of one Heath shot coming up. Score at 71-25. For Cobb, Broxton leads through 3 quarters. You're watching Prep Nation TV. For today's live stream and coverage for the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, Ouachita Valley Bank, and for the Lookeba Sickles Panthers, the Legacy Bank. So unless anything should dramatically change for Cobb Broxton starters, perhaps done for the day. Come out with about 1:13 remaining in the third quarter. A couple of substitute players for the Panthers, but by and large, you can see the bench over there. They've only got 3 extras. So they pretty much just have to go with whoever can play. Fourth and final quarter underway, 1 game down. Prior action today, you missed a good game. If you haven't taken the chance, just go ahead and go to the live tab and you can watch in its entirety. Lookeba Sickles victorious over Apache 53-42. Score was somewhat misleading. It was very close through 3 quarters, nothing tuck, multiple lead changes throughout. And I think even about halfway through, maybe about 5 minutes to go in the fourth is when Lookeba got their first 4 and then 5-point lead and then built it up to 7-9 and then 11 in the game. On the infamous hack and shack strategy that did not work well.
Jump ball.
Possession for Cobb Broxton.
Position stays with Mustang.
I do like a couple of things on Lookeba's side. Obviously, they're getting clobbered, but they haven't quit playing. They've hustled up. They're trying to still set up pass and play opportunities, some read options that are famous for football play calling, where you try to get an isolated read by dragging a player in a specific spot and then opening up and dumping the ball to someone else. And if they do bite, then obviously clear a lane to get the ball in. So I like the fact that they have hustled, getting rebounds and trying to get something going on the perimeter and in the paint. It's just been a matter of the better team obviously having much more talent, and obviously his records indicate 13-4, about to be 14-4 for the Mustangs. But the Lookeba Sickles Panthers, probably one of the better 3-15 teams that I've seen. They've taken some runs here in the season. Perfect example. Records can sometimes be misleading if the team actually does improve. Take the Roth Tigers last year; they were just horrible the first part of the season, replacing 8 starters and really struggled throughout the year. And man, they came on and made it to the state quarterfinals, and it can happen. Just have to get hot at the right time. These are the types of games that don't always look good on paper, but they can make a huge difference in your team's ability to be able to adapt and hopefully learn.
Panthers, number 3, Eric Sandoval.
Coach Hines, happy, thrilled to death. Exactly what you wanted to see from your starters. Now getting to rest them for a game potential Thursday, and then opportunities for your role players to get some much needed minutes. And anytime you can play 8-9 minutes with your reserve players, that's a good problem to have. Another turnover for the Panthers, 69-27 for Cobb Broxton. And they corrected the scoreboard again. They gave the points twice to Fort Cobb. Apologize about that. I accidentally hit the reset button on mine as well. So anywho, what happened is twice the scorekeeper attributed scores for Fort Cobb Broxton to Lookeba, and then instead of just keeping the original 2 that was the opposite team's shot, they made the correction on another play, which resulted in still having to pull back 2 points. So correct score is 69-30. We're getting there once again, trying not to hammer the camera. I apologize for yesterday's glitches. We had shared a scores table, and it was exceptionally bumpy. Anytime we touch the table, it would bounce the camera, and it actually fell off 3 or 4 times, which made it hard for me to be able to hold the camera guided and get always right on point for plays. Switched over to a different tripod, and we're on the ground today instead of on the table, and it seems to work out a little bit better. Second shot opportunity for the reserves, and just off the mark, and here comes number 3, kicks it out, clears it, properly sets, jump shot is no good.
Here we go, the Panthers, number 21, facing 10. After Fort Cobb Broxton, number 10, Jared Reyes. And number 23.
3:12 remains here in the 4th and final quarter. Fort Cobb Broxton will be victorious. That will move the girls and boys through to the next round of winners bracket games. Those of you that are curious, Day 1 records, Apache High School 2-0, Mountain View Godibo 2-0, Surreal 1-0, Fort Cobb Broxton 1-0, Lookeba Sickles 1-0, Carnegie 1-1, Binger 0-1, and Cement, Gracemont, and Hinton 0-2. Obviously, with the victory today, Lookeba Sickles will move to 2-0 in tournament play, and Apache will drop to 2-1. Fort Cobb Broxton about to improve to 2-0 collectively. So Lookeba momentarily will stay undefeated until this game concludes, and then they will shift to 2-1 for the boys and girls games. Well, by my math, every player on the Fort Cobb Broxton bench gets an opportunity to play at least 2 minutes. Some of the reserves are in, 1:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. So good opportunity for the young kids to get some much needed experience. And I always enjoy personally playing in the invitational tournaments. Whips it around. Just been the key all game long. Fort Cobb getting the better shots, getting multiple shot opportunities, boxing out a little bit better, and Lookeba just unable to get into an offensive rhythm. Let's see if we can go ahead and change that just within the first. 1:14 to go, jump shot, no good. Kicks the ball, trying to drive and penetrate, isolation, read, not successful. Cross-court pass, whips it in the corner, and we're downside. 50 seconds to go in the ball game. Panthers content to kind of slow it down and just try to get a much-needed 3, or at least last-second shot opportunity here to go through. And And they'll take the three uncontested. Morris nails it.
For three.
He has definitely been the knight in shining armor, so to speak. Leads all players 24 points on the game. And like I was saying earlier, there's some positives here for Lookeba. This could have been a really bad result. Anytime you start a game with 5 consecutive three-pointers and multiple free throws and a couple of layups, I mean, it could have been one of those 50, 60-point losses. They've taken it from being 43 down to now back under 30. And that'll do it. Your final score, ladies and gentlemen. Cobb Broxton 74. Lookeba Sickles 45. Our next game up in approximately 10 minutes. Plus announcements. Lee Carnegie Wildcats versus Surreal. That'll be a girls game followed by Big Riley versus Mountain View Goldie.
15 versus Surreal.